This Highlights magazine was made in the 1950s during the Cold War, also known as the War of Ideas. During this time, many political magazines were being published. They, however, were full of terror and war. This one was made specifically for children. It was a story that gave children hope that if they put their minds to it, they could succeed. It gave them a break from the war stricken world around them. Many highlights come with a good moral to the story. They teach kids a good lesson, like Lincoln's story. However, in many of today's highlights, there are many more activities to do, such as hidden pictures and games. Highlights magazines were made for children of all ages. One of the many purposes of Highlights magazine is to give kids a fun way to learn. It also gives kids a good way to develop reading, problem solving, and thinking skills. They can be meant for young kids to be read to or for older kids to read. What drew me to this document was that I spent many hours waiting in doctors' offices. Spending many hours in doctors' offices made me realize what profession I hope to become: a pediatric nurse. Becoming a pediatric nurse will be a very tough and rewarding profession. I hope to someday see children in the waiting room waiting for their appointment, looking through Highlights magazines, not even realizing that they are putting their minds at ease while having a fun learning experience. Still being a patient at a children's hospital, I see Highlights magazines in every waiting room. As I sit at my appointments, I still notice the highlights everywhere. I notice the kids throughout the waiting room looking through them with their parents. They are able to learn creatively and forget about where they are in the moment and have a little fun. Abraham Lincoln lived a rough childhood. His mother died when he was young, and his father did not show much love. But his stepmother, who he was very close with, was very loving. Abe loved to read and learn, but was no longer able to attend school. He would find time to read and learn, but his father did not approve and did not think it was necessary. Abe pushed through the torment of his father because he was determined and loved to read. He even would make speeches where the neighbors would come to listen. This angered his father so much that he would come and grab Abe right off the tree stump. It did not stop Abe from making his speeches. He believes this was a strong suit for him winning his election. Abe worked his way all the way from the bottom, starting from dirt floors all the way to the top at the White House, becoming the President of the United States of America. Highlights teach kids that if they put their minds to it, they can succeed no matter what. Lincoln, who never gave up and put his mind to it, overcame the hurdles of his childhood to have a successful adulthood and becoming President of the United States of America.